In most business cultures, there's always some element of drinking-related activities. Work hard, play hard, as we like to say back in America. However, in Norway, drinking culture may come as a bit of a surprise to foreigners. That surprise may also consist of waking up hungover in a daze, partially dressed, and for some unexplained reason, covered in glitter and what appears to be kebab sauce. To say Norwegians don't party hard would be like saying the tax is only a little high in Norway. It would be quite the understatement. No, in fact, Norwegians enjoy a drink or two or 15, and those drunken adventures often cross over into business life as well. With the cost of alcohol in Norway so high, there's a local expression that covers Norwegians' approach to drinking quite well. That is, being half drunk is a waste of money. So in Norway, they don't go halfway when it comes to drinking. More like all the way and then some. One of my first experiences with Norwegian drinking culture was after attending a business conference in Oslo. With the workday done and the sights set on enjoying the evening, we set out not to a bar, but to a local resident's house. Thus began the Norwegian pre-party, or as it's known in Norway, the vorspiel. This is a critical launching off point for an evening of festivities. Again, because of the high cost of alcohol in Norway, it's a very common practice. One must try to get as loaded as possible at home to avoid racking up a huge sky-high bill at the bar. Over time, I also realized that when it comes to most things social, Norwegians really needed a few drinks just to get started. This allows them to loosen up a bit and be more open to doing really crazy things, like talking to a stranger. To get to this point, that means a pre-party can actually go on fairly long, without venturing out until well past midnight. Bars and nightlife in Norway are typical to what you might find in other European cities, just a lot more expensive. Due to this high cost, there really is no expectation for you to buy drinks for your colleagues, although you'll usually be able to pick up one round for the group without too much protest. Otherwise, everyone is expected to be self-sufficient when it comes to lubricating oneself. For these reasons, it's actually very uncommon to find an open bar at either a work or social events. Additionally, tipping the bartender is also not required or even expected in Norway. Service workers there make a living wage even without your tips. So, as we ventured from bar to bar and club to club that evening, I started to make some new friends within our group. This is a nice side effect of a well-oiled up Norwegian. They actually want to talk and get to know you. This is your chance to dramatically reduce the time it takes to build a closer relationship with your colleagues and Norwegian business partners. The hard exterior that most Norwegians wear begins to crack in this moment, and new bonds and trust can be established. I made another new friend that night who goes by the name of Akovit, the local Norwegian liquor that's kind of similar to a schnapps. As a foreigner, you will most certainly be encouraged to try, even though most Norwegians seem to kind of hate it. And there's good reason for that. It kind of tastes a little bit like an old shoe combined with a spicy cough medicine. So that first shot is likely to be brutal. It will, however, earn you the respect among your Norwegian colleagues with every shot. After a few shots, you might even realize that you kind of like the stuff. I know I did. That night, and far too many shots later, the evening started to creep into the next morning. But the fun was not over yet in Norway. As I squinted my eyes, hoping to find a taxi and make my escape, a new friend put their arm around me and excitingly asked me, "Have you ever been to a real Norwegian nachspiel?" Not knowing what I was agreeing to, we were now on to the final journey of a common night of Norwegian drinking, the nachspiel, or the after party. At this point, it's getting a little bit late, or a little bit early the following day, depending how you look at it. It's too late to buy alcohol anywhere, so what you do is you head back to someone's apartment and raid whatever they have left. This is the point of the night where things are best described as getting sloppy, or borderline absurd. Everyone has had way too much to drink, and it's a bit of a last man or last woman standing type of affair. If you're a foreigner, that probably won't be you, as Norwegians have great stamina in the area of marathon drinking. In Norway, drinking tends to start at a pretty young age, and it's a very large part of college life. Generally, this is accepted by society, and in a lot of cases, even encouraged. Norwegians, young and old, also tend to use drinking games as a means of socialization. This gives them an easy framework for interacting with each other. That also really helps as we're waiting for the booze to kick in and more fluid social engagements can start to emerge. It's also one of those rare moments when you can engage in some friendly competition with your colleagues. Excelling at trivia, for example, can earn you extra prestige with Norwegians. As you attend or host parties in Norway, you may also notice things work a little bit differently here with regard to sharing of booze. In many other cultures, it would be common to bring a bottle of wine for the host and really everyone to share. However, due to that high cost of alcohol in Norway, most gatherings follow a strict BYOB, or bring your own booze policy. So, as a foreigner, you should not expect to have a drink served to you upon arrival, as you find in many other cultures. Perhaps most important to know about Norwegian drinking culture is how to toast your colleagues and all those new intoxicated friends you'll be making. You grab your favorite drink, you raise it up high, and at any time during the night proclaim "skål" loudly as you can. This word comes from the Norwegian word for skull, as if in what's in your head. This hails back to the Viking times when it was customary to drink from the skull of your enemy. It's also considered good manners to stare into the eyes of your companions while you toast in Norway. It may be one of the few chances to do so with a shy Norwegian, so enjoy it. Thankfully, they all tend to have very pretty eyes. This was an excerpt from my book, Working with Norwegians. If you're doing business in Norway, you can find a link to purchase the book in the description. Also, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more unique insights into Norwegian work culture. Thanks for watching.